Here we go. Close Chrome. There you go. Yeah, well, let's go. Just turn this down a little bit. Smooth that back over there. Let us definitely roll. Let us definitely roll. Okay, so I need to fix this problem over here. Okay, 50%. Alright. My gosh. You know, the lowest settings. This is terrible, man. But, well, it is playable, so. It is definitely playable. Oh, he's using the same gun that I do. Terrorists win. Let me turn this up a little bit. Let's go heavy. See if I can smoke some. It's your boy. Bot, all their bots. Kind of panicked just now, but I'll be fine. Contains guns. Oh, Justice. Okay. The gameplay itself is not laggy. It's just that. Hold up. Gabe sees it also. Yeah, so it's not running at 60 FPS, so I'm going to end the stream, then I'm going to put it back at 30, and it'll be... Oh, jeez, that is loud. Yeah, I'm turning this... Turn this down. 3 seconds to detonation. Oh, wait. We do? Well, that was quick. I didn't even... Is it still lagging? It should still be lagging. Aw, man, I'm terrible. I almost killed him though, almost. Oh, and my FPS is actually doing better now that I put it at 30 FPS, 30 frames a second. The stream. Good. Yeah, we won. Come on.
Hello, anyone with
Yeah, I have Mike.
Yo.
How you doing, dude? Well, I'm glad I got that frag, cause oh jeez, that was dumb. Honestly, I have nothing else more to say. I mean, I lost. Also, their team is definitely gonna win. Actually, where's mine? This man is hiding. Oh my gosh. Yo, this man gonna die, dog. Oh my god. Yo, how? Who's AFK? Alright, yo. Alright, that's pretty loud. Jesus. Turn that down. But I'm gonna turn the shooting up, stuffing up for you. Okay. Go back to the. Actually, I'm gonna get the sawed off. Equipment. Smoke grenade. Alright. Just heavy. Sorry if I'm doing this, just I'm focusing. Oh, well, turns out the action was I was gonna spam that. Do I get to keep? Yeah, I get to keep mine. Alright, let's go.
What are we pushing?
Push where?
A or B?
I think you mean Russian, it's B. Oh man, are you kidding? Did he even shoot him? I didn't even shoot him, dog. Alright. I think sometimes I get up to 60 FPS in this game. Like, okay, even when I'm not streaming, it doesn't have 60 FPS. So, like, How? Dog, he's at 1 health. Okay, where's my team at? One guy's name is Matt from Yeet. Like, Matt. I'm streaming by the way, so that was cool. Hey, I didn't even have to plant the bomb.
Don't you think I'm a god of the off?
Yeah.
¡Qué decepción! Vamos a agarrar a esos pendejos de una por todas.
Team collision is off 50%. Kill reward amounts, bet out of 15 rounds. What? Alright, well, I'll just use auto select. I don't really care. Alright, well, the counter terrorists. Heavy. No, I'll choose that. Equipment. And why not? Oh, jeez. Oh, my gosh. Here we go, the op god. Oh, no. What? Are you serious, dog? Oh, whatever. Alright, well, I can only run the pistol. Why don't we go to the other side, dogs? Where's my team at? I think they're this way. Get me. Nice. Ah.
Fucked.
Aw, man. I only had a pistol. I still did good, though. You're the one who died, dog.
I got like 2 kills and 4.
Alright, so... Let's go.
Mataron a uno en la A, necesito apoyo en la A, repito. Apoyo.
Yeah, I'm staying out of this one.
Ya me quedan 2.
Bro, I don't speak whatever language you're speaking, dog.
I think it's Spanish.
It's definitely Spanish.
Yeah.
I'm just
Yeah.
It sounds like gibber.
Also, how does my mic sound, actually?
Sounds good.
Is it glitching?
Yeah, sounds good.
Alright, cool. I'm streaming right now, that's why I
Ryan's
asked.
competitive, right?
No.
Ryan's competitive.
I get like 30 FPS on this game because it keeps using the Intel graphics and I have 2 GPUs. I'm so mad. Let's see. I'm gonna let you guys go first. I have a shotgun.
GG.
Oof.
PP. How did I die?
How'd I go?
We all die eventually.
Eventually, yeah.
Because of jerking off too much.
I disagree. Today's Valentine's Day, dog. You know it's it's premium. You got like 5 hours, or 4 hours and 20 minutes left.
Exactly. It's like there's just your dick is just made of steel. You just can't like jerk it off.
3 hours and 20 minutes. My bad.
Dude.
How do I get like 60 FPS on this game? Because
Honestly.
I'm pushing 30 right now.
Playing on con.
Midnight.
Like, it doesn't matter if I put all the settings at high or if I put them at low, it's still at 30 FPS.
Just shh. Okay. Shh.
No. No. Ah, oof.
Damn, I already get it.
I love the Deagle so much.
Yeah, same.
I can't even pull out my ammo for some reason.
Wait, what? I just died from nothing.
Should I switch to count?
No, stay with the brethren.
This game
I
sucks.
can't hear you. What?
I'm gonna play this game. Fine.
Why can't I buy, like, body armor?
Why
That's so
can't I
dumb.
just be good at something for once in my life?
Play Smash. Jesus Christ, you're such a kid.
Bruh.
Man, we suck.
Dude, we are the trashiest team. Who wants to 1v with me?
Nobody. Nobody.
Okay.
Oh, I just noticed somehow I got two counters. Like,
Oh my gosh.
Actually,
Oh
despite this
my
game,
gosh.
and Neil,
That dude with that gun is kinda good.
My god.
Yeet.
Why am I getting kicked?
dude, you deserve it.
Why?
Okay, kick this kid. It's so rude.
You're the one who's a child.
At least I'm not like 34 in my mom's basement playing this game, kid.
I'm 17, bro.
really busy for game releases, but this is the show
Hello?
where we give you some
Hello?
first
Hello?
impressions of the latest games releasing. And today we're talking about Crackdown 3. Oh boy, where to begin with this one? This is the return of an Xbox franchise that
How are you doing?
years ago, teased for so long, delayed for quite a bit,
I'm doing
and anticipated. Especially for me, the original Crackdown is a total early 360 era action classic. One I hold like very near and dear to my heart. There's a lot resting on this game.
I like this map. It's kind of cool.
I'm honestly not sure the game was ever intended to focal point on short in the first place. Now I've had my hands on a review
didn't see the guy over
copy
there.
now, and I gotta say, this is a 2-act game. Single player Crackdown 3 is entirely separate from the multiplayer mode. There's also included that is launched in a separate app. And basically, I think one part of the game is good, and one part is not so good. Basically, Crackdown 3 single player is exactly what I wanted. The multiplayer, not so hot. I'll get to that. Single player. I do feel like a lot of people aren't going to be into this. I might be in the minority here. It feels like a direct pickup of Crackdown. It plays incredibly similar. The vibe is the same, the voiceovers are just as corny, the villains are kind of generic, the world is a little bland in spots, and the story is bare bones. But it's so much damn fun. The gameplay is good. Is it simple? Yeah. Is it a decent game to turn your brain off and just go nuts in a virtual playground as a superhero cop guy? Yeah, very much. Oh, and just as a heads up before I get deeper into it, the gameplay I captured here is running on the PC version. Basically, the premise for Crackdown is an open-world sandbox. You're tasked with taking down another criminal empire in a big old city filled with districts controlled by lower-level leadership. From there, you systematically take down lieutenants and captains and work your way up to the big bad guy. You're doing this all while progressively getting better and stronger as you go by doing more. You know, punch lots of dudes and you will get stronger, eventually, you know, slowly becoming a big muscle man who can lift cars and take and dish lots of damage. Run over enemies in cars, compete in time trial races, and do cool stunts to get experience orbs that upgrade your driving, eventually unlocking new vehicle modes to mess around with. Same goes for shooting, using explosives, and most importantly, agility. You run, jump, and climb from rooftop to rooftop, exploring the city, and collecting these green glowing orbs to slowly be able to move faster and jump way higher. By the end of the game, you just go from skinny guy to giant beastly Superman, and it's just as rewarding and fulfilling to play as ever. There's something to be said about grinding and seeing your progress and climb from rooftop to rooftop, exploring the and seeing your progress physically manifest in front of you as you gradually just look cooler and get more abilities. More weapon types and a cool ground pound definitely shakes up the formula a bit, and the same goes for the vehicles. I'm really bummed to see they don't just transform to your levels like they used to, but now you can unlock and swap on the fly between like a race car, an all-terrain vehicle, and a tank. The problem is, they just don't control very well at all. I'd rather be jumping on rooftops. The car can get thrown off track by even the smallest of things. It's really squirrely. The all-terrain vehicle is so floaty and goofy, it's almost useless. It is cool to drive up buildings and stuff, like with like gravity wheels. It's definitely a big change for the game, but it's usually just more awkward than it's worth. Having a tank is definitely awesome though, especially against bigger enemy types. There are different factions throughout the city, each with their own set of like vehicles, weapon types, attacks, and just enemy sizes. Some of my favorite moments in the game were when you're fighting big construction mechs, like you're air dashing around them, blasting them with a rocket launcher and ground pounding and causing explosions, all while a million other dudes are shooting at you. This stuff and boss battles are where the action is like turned up even crazier, and it's so much fun. Plus, you can do the campaign via online co-op with a friend, which is pretty damn good, and you can choose if you want to start a new world or load into your current single-player world state. I really appreciate that choice. The game can be absolutely crazy, and I think it's great for that. Like I said earlier, it's mindless to turn off your brain fun. You can choose between a variety of skins, and you can unlock more by finding special orbs in the world, but how could you not play as Terry Crews? They threw a lot of stuff in this world. The boss battles, variety types, and enemies feel really generous and kept me happily grinding orbs and shooting dudes for a long-ass time. Graphically, it doesn't look too amazing, but the neon everywhere definitely is cool on like a good monitor or TV. The world can be kind of the deeper you go into it, but some of it is built like a playground, and it's been relatively smooth through all the chaos too, which is really good. But again, mostly I played on PC, so the frame rate is obviously going to be better. The game does feel a little simple, like, you know, like I said, a little more old school. It still kind of feels like a 360 era game, just with some better tech behind it. Full transparency, I'm a big fan of the original, like I said, so I definitely have a different perspective and a higher tolerance. Will the game win new fans? Or maybe they'll just be sort of underwhelmed? I'm not so sure. Could it be fresher? Yeah. Could it have more new stuff? Yeah. But for me, I got what I wanted and I'm having fun. The multiplayer, on the other hand, not so much. It feels like this is where things went wrong in development. The game was delayed a lot. And just speculation on my part, I don't know. Basically, the multiplayer is underwhelming. First of all, it launches as a separate application on PC and Xbox, like I said, so you might be jumping into it thinking you're diving into this full-featured multiplayer suite that needs a whole standalone thing, but you're not. The Crackdown 3 multiplayer weapon zone consists of 2 modes, a kill-confirm style deathmatch and a moving territories capture mode. Both are teams of 5-on-5. You pick your skin from a few different agents, adjust your loadout and one charged ability, and that's it. There's no progression, no ranking, no real control over matchmaking. That's it. Not only that, you can't matchmake with friend groups. That's a huge omission. Now, one, to be fair, Xbox did say it is coming soon in an update along with just other stuff. But still, the fact that it's shipping this way says a lot about the multiplayer. It all just feels like a demo because there's so little on offer. I think the ability to level up and get stronger and vehicles and all that in the Crackdown world had so much potential for cool multiplayer stuff, but they went for a simple red versus blue team deathmatch approach with a gimmick of destructible environments. And the problem is, the whole emphasis on the destructible environments, it doesn't provide much strategic use or do much at all. It's really cool to, charge bash through a wall. I like that all the agents start completely overpowered right from the start, but you're also so agile that, someone blowing away the ground beneath you doesn't really mean much for you losing your footing because you have so much boosting and double jumping. A lot of the debris and stuff just kind of flops around like styrofoam and it's not that big of a deal. The destroyed environments look impressive, but you just don't feel much behind it because, like I said, it doesn't matter much to gameplay. Destruction just felt more weighted in the likes of games like Red Faction Guerrilla. It's just on a bigger scale here. It's just a one-trick pony. Lock on, shoot your target, that's it. Weird for multiplayer. I think there's potential for more. I thought there was from the beginning, but as of right now, I'm just disappointed. They can flesh it out with modes, and it sorely needs some sort of progression. But again, this feels like a demo. Thankfully, I sure as hell didn't come to Crackdown for the competitive multiplayer. I came for the campaign and the co-op, and at least that's really fun. But again, this isn't before you buy. I gave you some pros, some cons, and some personal opinion, a lot here. So now I definitely want to hear yours down in the comments. This video is of course dropping a little bit before the game releases, but I want to know your hopes, dreams, expectations, if you have any at all, your memories with the previous Crackdown games. Let's talk about Crackdown down in the comments. Of course, as always though, if you got any other questions for me, be sure to hit me up on Twitter at Jake Baldino. And if you learned something, clicking the like button helps us out a ton. We really appreciate it. And if you're new, it's worth subscribing and hitting that notification bell because we'll put out videos every single day, dude. But as always, thanks for watching. We'll see you guys next time. We're here with another episode of Before You Buy. It's been a busy week for game releases, but this is the show where we give you some straight-up gameplay and our first impressions of the latest games.
Nothing new. Nothing new.
San Francisco may look like a golden paradise, but in fact it's probably one of the worst places to live ever. Mind you, this is coming from a native New Yorker, but San Francisco is truly a soulless place. It used to be awesome, but now it's empty and literally full of crap. Even the president of San Fran's Visitors Bureau said the city is disgusting, saying the streets are filthy and there's trash everywhere. So without further ado, here are 10 reasons why San Francisco is the worst. Number 10, the feces. Yeah, okay, it's common knowledge that San Francisco has a serious homelessness problem. The street-bound population is estimated at between 6 and 10,000, depending on who you ask. But the one thing that is very visible is the human excrement all over the sidewalks. In fact, during a coding challenge at Zillow, one girl created a poop heat map that showed the hot poop spots in the city. Whether you're stepping out at the Googleplex or Twitter headquarters in the Tenderloin, chances are you should probably look down because you're probably stepping in a huge pile of human excrement. Case in point, Google recently gave $100,000 to a project that takes a transit bus and converts it into showers and bathrooms for the homeless. According to estimates, this one bus alone has removed thousands of pounds of excrement each year off the streets of San Francisco. Number 9, the subway. Now normally you'd think I'd be complaining about subway service, but actually it's much, much worse. In July 2012, an escalator at the Civic Center BART station grinded to a halt. When the work crews disassembled the device, they discovered an excess of human urine and fecal matter had gummed up the gears. It turns out so many homeless people were pooping on the escalator to watch the poop disappear when the grates would mash it down into the gears at the bottom. Now look, on the one hand, I understand the inclination to take a poop on the escalator and watch it disappear, but at the same time, I really don't want to live in a city with a public transit system that has to deal with mountains of human feces that are blocking up the escalators, especially at rush hour. That is simply something I am not prepared to do.
Aw, man. I'll still
Number 8, corporate overlords. Look, let's face it, terrible, terrible companies are based in San Francisco. Google, Facebook, 23andMe. They harvest your data while they reach around and tickle you as they auto-order another year subscription to what again? I already forgot. And oh, you should hear the conversations at the coffee shops in San Francisco. The startups, the sweat equity. You know, the guys who twirl their pens in their hands absent-mindedly while looking at their E-Trade portfolio. Did you see Silicon Valley last night? Who cares? Dudes on hovercrafts, wearing Google glasses, with this air of superiority and smugness that they think they're saving the human race. It couldn't be farther from the truth. What most of you are actually doing is working for the oppressive corporate AI Skynet that John Connor is going to have to travel back in time to save us from. Number 7, it's ridiculously expensive. The cost of living in San Francisco is 62% higher than the rest of the country. They're basically like the pioneers of avocado toast. Here's an idea. Buy a loaf of bread and an avocado. Now you see how much you're getting screwed? Since everyone seems to be willing to pay $13, that's what they're going to charge. It's that simple. Everything costs more. In fact, in San Francisco, gas costs 37% more than the national average. Why? Because that's how much they can charge. Food is 23% more than the national average. And if you want a decent house, well, you're shelling out at least $1 million. Considering the fact that the entire city is built on a major fault line, why would you want to spend all that money on a place that's probably gonna get destroyed in a massive, horrible way anyway? Think it through! Number 6, broken windows. If you live in San Francisco and you drive a car, I can pretty much guarantee you a smashed window, a flat tire, suddenly rifling through your car, slashing your tires. Basically, something's gonna happen. There are literally marauding dudes that look like wraiths on bicycles that will race by you at different neighborhoods at night. I've always wondered why they just don't carry a baseball bat and clock people from behind. But anyway, law enforcement confirms the city by the bay saw a stunning 31,120 car break-ins last year alone. And that was a 17% rise since 2016. But don't get comfortable in your abject deplorability, San Francisco. Oakland and San Jose are right behind you. It reminds me of James Q. Wilson's broken windows theory. Once you start seeing that type of activity in a city, it's usually downhill from there. Number 5. The dating scene is a joke. Are you a single lady? Have you ever wanted to date a Patrick Bateman-like sociopath who has absolutely no regard for your emotions? Well, then you're in luck, ladies, because San Francisco is full of dudes like this. They look like their mother, the robot. There's a creepy vacancy in their eyes, and it just hurts as a human to behold. Have you ever made yourself go out alone one night just to sit at a bar and no one talks to you? Well, that's San Francisco in a nutshell. So get ready to watch a lot of SVU and cry yourself to sleep, ladies. And guys, it's really not that much better for you. Most of the women are so damaged by the horrible dudes in San Francisco that they're just not in a good place either. Look, the whole thing is a mess, and if you have a family,
turn on your mic,
you
shouldn't
shouldn't
even
even
be
be there. How are you gonna survive? Look at the rents, do the math, wake up. Number 4, the fog. Look, I can romanticize a lot of things, but fog is just not one of them. It's gloomy, it's blinding, it's gray, and it's just generally tragic. No one likes the fog. In fact, there's probably no coincidence that the Golden Gate Bridge is referred to by Krista Tippett as a suicide magnet, because it's the second most used suicide bridge in the entire world. If you want to know, the number 1 bridge, it's in China. Now look, when you consider all of the things that we've been talking about San Francisco, and then you wrap it up in a blanket of fog, it really doesn't get much worse. Not to mention, this isn't a light fog. This is a cold, damp, get in your bones and make you feel sick and disgusting type of fog. Yeah, sure, it's sunny for a while, but eventually the fog starts coming in again, the tendrils creeping around your ankles like the Hound of the Baskervilles, and chilling you to your very core. Number 3, the earthquake. Look, let's be clear, it's gonna happen. There's a 76% chance that the Bay Area experiences a 7.2 earthquake within the next 30 years. Experts say it's a tectonic time bomb, and the fact that some of the most evil companies on the planet are there doesn't help. Or that there's about, I don't know, bajillion movies with the Golden Gate Bridge collapsing. Everybody knows it's gonna happen, and it's very similar to what happened in New Orleans. They built a major city below sea level on a delta in a hurricane-prone Gulf. Eventually, nature calls in its bets, and that's exactly what's going to happen in San Francisco. So the question is it so awesome that you would roll the dice and take a 1 in 30 chance of being in one of the biggest natural disasters in U.S. history? And for all you people who are still living there, what are you doing? Get out of there! Number 2, it's toxic. If you check out YouTube, there's a video of a guy on Stimson Beach that was going around with a Geiger counter after Fukushima. The Geiger counter was going off the charts with radioactivity. The clip got 700,000 views, so the California Department of Public Health had to send out an official who affirmed that the radiation levels were high, but said it wasn't due to Fukushima. My immediate thought, who cares? Why are the beaches radioactive? Speaking of Fukushima, one of the most depressing things is a nuclear facility called Diablo Canyon that they